Colombian Crush.
So my original intention of going was just to explore South America. I had a good friend who was dating a young lady there, and he said, you gotta go. And at that point in time, I didn't have an opportunity to go. So my name is Robert Holtz. I'm from Alabama and have basically lived in Alabama most of my life. I have lived in Florida. I lived in Chicago. I used to coach college basketball. And so I've moved around a bit, but for the most part, I've lived I'd say 80% of my life in Alabama. So I'm not a world traveler. I have been to Monte Carlo, I've been to Hawaii, I've been elsewhere, but Colombia was not on my radar. Until I experienced it myself, I didn't know. So right after COVID, I think I was actually the very first one on the flight to go down. I can remember it was September the 1st of 2020. And I went down totally on my own, totally solo in essence. And I met a lady at the airport, my translator, who my friend Philip who had introduced me. And so she met me at the airport, and we had it all planned out and just had a fabulous time. It was just the most wonderful trip, and decided right then and there that I was definitely going to come back.
Well, some weird people contacted me for Facebook many times.
On Facebook, right.
My Facebook is private. My social media normal are open, but my Facebook is private because it's more familiar. I have my real friends there. The people meet, I don't know, until Facebook's open, 15 years or more. I don't know. And Robert sent me a messenger for Facebook because I worked with some companies in Medellin. I live in Medellin. I don't live here in the coast. I worked for the Indian companies and others, and this guy was a namer and worked with other people in Medellin. And Robert contacted me for Facebook because he read about me there. And when I read this messenger and I see his face and with other, because obviously I check your profile.
Sure.
I say, oh my God, what's happening? Because you was a lot of women in your Facebook. And I say, nah, maybe he is crazy, but I spent time in respond to you. I remember you sent me a message one day, and you insist like 2 days more. But I really think it was fake or something weird. Yeah. Finally, you say, no, I need a translator. Can I call you? I don't know. Yes. I say, okay, call me. That is real. It's work, it's job. I say, why not? I never worked exactly like a day from translator. I went to the bank with these guys, I need something, or if they want to buy a property in Medellin, normal things. But obviously this is more hard for me because I'm not really, my level English is not higher, but I'm trying this.
Before, we made friends with a lot of different folks, guys and girls, friends of my friend's now wife, was fiance, and listen, just went to the beach, went out to eat, went out to the clubs and the bars. Everywhere I went, it was just a fabulous, incredible time, so much fun, and I said at that point in time, I'm definitely coming back. And of course, I've gone back many times since then, I think 7 times total. But now to the point where I know what's up, especially on the northern coast areas where I've been several times each, where I can help other people. So you won't have to do the trial and error, in essence, that I had to do. I can help you cut to the chase and get to the, where the main spots are, how to find a translator, where to meet people. And of course, within that, it could be, I've gone down a couple of times with friends, and it makes it even more fun. What was your first impression about me?
American 100%. 100%. Your flag is in your breath. The American flag is here, your breath. This is 100 American. Yes, no, I like you. You look handsome. You have a great personality. When we talk, before I see you, I meet with you on Zoom or another. I see your face, your pictures, and you look more familiar. You on the Facebook, you show how's your life in the United States with your family, birthdays or parties or something,
right.
And you are honest because this is your life. When your mom or your dad,
sure.
your uncle too.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. And I was my precious. This guy is real. Is real.
Right. How is Colombia? What's going on in Colombia? You know, how do you meet people in Colombia? It was the same questions over and over and over. And I just decided, what better way to tell everyone what I'm doing and have a podcast? Then that way anybody and everybody could listen to it, understand what I do, be able to see and hear and feel what I experience firsthand as you're with me. So anyway, that's basically Colombian Crush was me telling in a mass capacity how cool it is to go to Colombia and have a great time. The first time I went down, you know, when I had the opportunity, my friend was supposed to have gone with me. And one thing led to another. He couldn't go. And I was sitting there in the middle of the 3 weeks prior to me going, oh my gosh, should I do this or not? I mean, literally had no idea what I was getting involved in, because you think Colombia, you think all the negative connotations. Well, that's absolutely what I was thinking too. I was like, man, oh my gosh, if Philip can't go and I'm gonna go solo, and I'm meeting this translator who I've never met before, I've talked to on the phone and obviously texted in that regard, but oh my goodness, I don't know anybody down there. Should I even go and just wait until he was available to go, or have somebody that could go with me? So yeah, no, I was very nervous about it. It was an uneasy feeling. Even up until the day of leaving, I'm packing, going, should I even go? Should I wait? But again, I decided this is my opportunity to go. I'm going to take advantage of it. I have planned for this time, and you know, you can't live life in fear. So I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna do this.
She's the queen, Shakira, y you are strong, Leonida.
You know, there are a lot of similarities between Americans and Colombians, and there are differences. I believe Colombians dress nicer. If they go out, they certainly have a style to them, and they love dancing. Everybody, you know, guys and girls, they all know how to salsa. They know how to do all the dances, and Americans will dance, but it's sort of few and far between. I didn't grow up dancing. I mean, I can get down like the best of them, but I'm talking about knowing all the steps and the salsa moves and all of that. I've really had to learn to use my rhythm in that manner. But culturally, it's an amazing culture. There are happy people, and they may not make as much money, I guess, per capita, but they make do just fine. And they have a good attitude. They're positive, and they're hustlers. I mean, they'll get out, man. The guys are out. They're selling fruits, or if they're taxi drivers, or they're working. And when they go out, they're there to have fun. They're not sitting around having quiet conversation and everybody, the music's real low. No, it's wide open, and they have fun, and it's a very fun-loving, lively, rambunctious crowd, and they welcome. My translator and I went out on a date. We went to the beach in Santa Marta, and I have a strong connection to her. I really do, and it's a bond that it's a different type of bond, because obviously she works with me and for me. She's also my co-host, and we've gone out several times too. So it's an interesting dynamic, but I will say for the most part, it's a matter of who you mesh with. And again, within my past experiences, I've always wanted to date someone. You've got to be attracted to somebody. That's the very first thing. Personality-wise, you've got to be able to mesh with them. You can't fight over who's going to be in charge or who's going to make the decisions or any of that type of thing. So you got to be able to have that yin and yang, right? And I think Colombians offer a lot. I think most every guy could find their dream girl, really and truly, in Colombia. It may take going out with a few different ones to find that right one, but I think pretty much everybody could find their right one down there. And I certainly have, and certainly just an amazing experience.